Welcome back with Murphy, man. Today we got a bodybuilding prep update, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I've learned from bodybuilding prep so far. Yeah, I'm currently 9 weeks out, 5'9", 180 pounds, weighed in at a new low this morning. Officially started like my cut phase last week, so hopefully we'll start dropping some pounds, some body fat here soon. The goal is to hold on to as much the goal is to hold on to as much lean muscle as possible and drop just the body fat. So we'll see. I'm sitting at 180, 9 weeks out. I'll probably be around 170 or even lower come show day, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to, this is my first prep, so I don't know exactly how my body's gonna react to an extreme diet, but I'm looking to get shredded. That's the goal. Let's go 1% body fat. That's what I'm looking to do. But yeah, we're gonna run through the workout today. I'm gonna talk to y'all throughout the workout. We got chest day today, so let's get it. Today's actually my high carb day, so I'm eating a little bit more carbs than what I typically would on a normal training day. So we'll go ahead and knock out this first warm-up set. Yeah. One of the main things I'm trying to do throughout this prep is to maintain as much strength as possible, because about 7-8 months ago, I did an Ironman, and throughout that process, I lost a ton of strength, a ton of muscle, size and everything. So, and I put on a little bit since then, but now that I'm back into this cut phase, I'm gonna be cutting again. So I wanna try to maintain as much of that muscle I put on as possible, because I'm a lot stronger now than I was when I did the Ironman, but I'm still not nowhere near as strong as I was before I started training for the Ironman. So I wanna get back to where I was before, but I'm in deficit now, so it's gonna be hard to do that. But I just wanna maintain what I got right now. I don't wanna get any weaker than what I am, because I'm not nowhere near as strong as I need to be, or I used to be. So that's the goal. I'm gonna try to put on as much strength. So throughout the whole prep, I'm still gonna train super hard, try to do the same weights that I'm doing now. That way I don't get weaker. I probably will get a little weaker throughout the process just because I'm in such a deficit, but that's part of it, and that's known. But yeah, so that's the goal. We're gonna try to maintain as much strength as possible. So yeah, that's 185. That's a lot harder than it should be. All right, this next exercise, we're gonna hit dips. And on this version of the dip, I'm gonna try to hit more of that chest. I'm not really gonna be trying to work the triceps with this. You can work both, and you will hit them both at the same time, but for this particular lift, I'm gonna try to hit more of that chest. So I'm actually gonna lean a little bit more forward to kind of hit that chest a little bit more. But at the top of the rep, still gonna be hitting the triceps. So this is more of a chest dip rather than a tricep dip. All right, so for this next set, we add 45-pound plate. So let's get after it. Just to add a little bit more stimulus to it, make it a little harder. We're gonna try to do a weighted dip. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna try to get 8 right here. All right, next exercise, we got the chest press. This is just the normal chest press, not incline or anything. Typically, I would do either a flat barbell bench press, or if I'm at the gym, I'll do the chest press machine, because I actually like these plate loading machines a lot. But a lot of times I'm working out in my garage gym at home, so there I don't have a machine, so I have to do the flat bench, but it's whatever. Still working that main portion of your chest. So yeah, go ahead and knock the first set out. Ooh. All right, so next set, we'll try to get 8 again. Got 8 the first round. So not feeling too strong today. Kind of weak, honestly. Normally I can do way more than this, but we're gonna work with what we got. We're gonna do the best we can while we're here. That's the goal. Yeah. So typically how I'm structuring my workouts right now is I typically do about 3 sets. Normally I treat that first set as like a warm-up set. So a little bit lighter weight, just something to make sure I'm doing, just something I do first to make sure my muscles are firing, I can connect with the muscles, and that the workout feels good. I don't want to do something if I may have a lagging injury somewhere or I may hurt myself. So I do 1 set to start off with, just a little lighter weight, just get a little warm up in. Then I typically treat the second 2 sets as my actual working sets. So 3 to 4 sets, depending on what it is. Sometimes I'll do 3 working sets. And typically, sometimes later in my workouts, I won't do warm-up sets anymore because I'm already warm because I've already done so many exercises. But right now, we're still on the chest press. This is only my 3rd exercise. So typically I'll still do a warm-up set by this time, but after I get later on into the workout, I'll probably do less and less warm-up sets. But yeah, typically how I structure them, 3 to 4 sets, in my rep range, 8 to 12. So my goal is about 10, but I really want to do something that's pretty challenging around 8 reps. If I get to 12 reps, then I go up in the weight because I'm obviously not doing enough weight, so I go up. But I want to make sure I'm getting at least 8 reps. If I can't get 8, I'll probably lower the weight back down. So I want to stay in that 10 range. So 8 to 12 is the goal for my rep ranges right now, just for the type of training I'm doing right now. Not doing strength training, but I'm also not doing endurance training. So I want to be somewhere in the middle of that. So that's how I'm structuring the workouts. So I got this last set. Yeah, when you get to that last set, it should be pretty hard. Like, should be close to failure, if not all the way to failure. But that's funny, my last set, I actually got 10 reps, but the first 2 sets I only got 8. And the reason that is I took a little bit longer rest period in between those 2 sets. So I was able to recover better, that way I could do more reps. So don't be afraid to take longer rest periods. Now I'm not saying wait 5-10 minutes in between your sets, but sometimes a minute is just not enough. You should be pushing hard enough to where you're out of breath, like I am now. So you want to be able to catch your breath back before you start your next set. If you're going for that hypertrophy, bodybuilding type training. If you're going for endurance, obviously less rest periods. And if you're going for strength, obviously you want more rest period. So you just gotta figure out what kind of training you're doing and what works best for that type of training. All right, so probably the first thing that I learned when it comes to doing a bodybuilding prep is that you absolutely need a coach, especially if you've never done one before. You need somebody that knows what they're doing because, let's be honest, if you've never done one before, you don't know what you're doing. I've been working out for 11 years basically now, and I've already learned so much from my coach because training for a lifestyle or for a specific sport is way different than training for a bodybuilding show, trying to get stupid lean, trying to be super strict in your diet. It's a whole nother level of complexity, of discipline. So you need somebody there to monitor what you're doing, because if you're trying to do it yourself, you may overlook certain areas. You may not think certain things are a big deal, but they really are. They play a lot. They play a bigger role than you think when it comes to the end of things, when it comes to the results you get. So hire a coach is the first thing I recommend you doing if you're gonna hire one. I actually have 2 coaches. I got a regular contest prep coach that does my workouts, my nutrition, and basically any questions I have, he'll answer. But then I also have another coach, and he is strictly just a posing coach. So he helps me with my posing. I actually meet with him face to face, and he helps me with my poses, and he's actually helping me create my actual routine that I'm gonna be doing on stage. And he's been great also. I've learned a lot. I've never done any type of posing before, so I needed somebody to help me pose because I have no clue what I'm doing. I have no clue what the judges are looking for. So having him has been great. He's taught me a lot. And my posing from day 1 to now is already way better, and it's only been like a month since I've been working with him. So definitely hire your coach. Some coaches will do both. They'll do contest prep and posing, but if you need that extra little help with posing like I did, I always say go ahead and get you a posing coach too. But that being said, that's very expensive. So just know if you do a bodybuilding show, actually, we'll hit on that later, we'll hit on the cost later. Next exercise, we got the pec deck. Let's go ahead and get, actually, that's a little too high. Your boy is short out here. I can't be doing it that tall. All right, again, I got 15 now last set. Well, I kind of cheated the last few reps, but we're gonna go for about 12 here. So second set, let's get it. Oh, and a quick way you can not hurt your shoulder when you're doing these, instead of trying to start like this, pull it up with both hands and then go to the other side. Get it like that. Then you have less risk of injuring your shoulders when you're trying to start. Yeah, those got me right there. I only got like 7. Take a little bit longer rest period between this set. That way I can try and get a little bit more on the last set. All right, last set here. I'm really thinking squeeze when I get to the top of the lift right here. Squeezing my chest together as much as I can. And then resisting the weight back slow. Control it back. All right, and that's gonna do it for chest for today's exercise. Now we're gonna hop into a little bit of triceps, but I wanted to hit on the price of doing the bodybuilding show that I didn't realize how expensive this was. Well, it's very, very expensive. So one, if you want to hire a coach, that's a monthly cost, pretty expensive. 2, if you're gonna hire a posing coach, again, monthly cost, pretty expensive, depending on who you buy. 3, the amount of food that you gotta buy is insane. I'm eating 6 meals a day, and I'm eating nothing but healthy food, so it's very expensive. Like my grocery bill right now is through the roof. And then that don't even include, you gotta pay a membership to be a part of the NPC. The show I'm competing in is an NPC show, so you gotta pay $150 just to join, just to get their membership. That don't include your sign-up fee for the show. Then on top of that, you got to sign up for each class you're gonna do. So each class is $110. So if you're probably gonna do more than one class. Everybody typically does more than one class. So I'm doing 3 classes. So that's $330 right there off the bat, just for my classes, plus the membership FA. Then you also gotta pay for your tanning package. That's another $150. So, and that's just on show day. That don't include your groceries, coach, posing coach. It's expensive. Then you also gotta buy your trunks, which trunks are way more expensive than I thought they should be. I think I paid $50 for mine, for literally a little thong, like not a thong, for literally a Speedo. Should be $50. It should be like $20 in my opinion, because it's barely any material. That also don't include travel to the show. So the show I'm doing is about 4.5, 5 hours away from my house. So I gotta pay for travel, food, plus I gotta pay for a hotel. So I mean, by the time show day comes around, I'm gonna be several $1,000s deep into a bodybuilding show, which I did not realize it was gonna cost that much. Oh, and I forgot, supplements. You gotta buy a stupid amount of supplements too. Normally, a lot more supplements than you normally would buy. So like, my typical supplements I take is pre-workout, creatine, and whey protein, which that's pretty normal and those aren't very expensive. But you also take other things like more vitamins, more taking fat burners, things like that. And also if you got the juice, you know, that's gonna be even more expensive. So, which we're not on that. We're saying natty all the way through, but the price goes up really quickly. It's very expensive. So just know that going in, if you're gonna do a show, just know you're gonna drop a couple $1,000s probably. Because by the time you add up everything all together throughout the whole prep process, it's on up there. So let's do tricep push down. I like to do the V bar. This is just my favorite bar. I switch it up and do different ones, but this is the favorite one because I can do the most weight when I do this one. remember when you're doing these, you don't want to rock at all. You don't want to sway. You want to be as still as possible. Lean a little bit forward so you can get a better, you can travel a better path to hit your triceps more. But you don't want to be like leaning forward to push the weight down, because then you're not using your triceps. That defeats the whole purpose of the tricep push down if you're just gonna like use your momentum. You want to keep your upper body still and literally just bend at the elbow. So bend here, just your tricep, and that's all you want to do. So you want to be here. Notice my upper body is still, I'm not moving. This way I'm putting all the emphasis on my tricep. All right, so the second thing I didn't really realize going into a bodybuilding show is just how serious and just how exact you have to be. Yeah, I knew it was pretty serious. I knew you had to eat like a super strict diet, but it's like stupid strict. And that's why I'm glad I got a coach, because he holds me accountable. Because if it was up to me, I wouldn't be eating this strict. I know I wouldn't. But just for example, I'll tell you how strict it was. So my coach has me eating 100 grams of strawberries with my breakfast every day. And I have blueberry trees in my house. Just to give y'all some context, I have blueberry trees in my house. So I have about 1 million blueberries in my freezer right now. So I wanted to eat those in my prep, just so I could, because I have so many, I already got them, they're free, and I need to eat them. So I asked my coach, I said, hey, instead of the strawberries, can I eat blueberries for my breakfast? And he said, this is what his response was, well, 100 grams of strawberries has 8 carbs in it, and 100 grams of blueberries has about 15 grams of carbs in it. So that's a 7 carb difference right there, 7 carbs, that's it. He said, I couldn't have the blueberries because of 7 carbs. So that's just how exact and how strict it is. And I'm glad I got the coach, because I would have ate the blueberries all day, I would have. So that's just how strict it is. You gotta hit your meals every single day. Like when they say they want you hitting a certain amount of protein every day, they want you hitting that protein on the diet, like literally on the diet, not less, not more. You need to be hitting, you need to spread your meals out throughout the day. Eat all 6 meals every day, just so you can maximize that muscle protein synthesis. So it's very, very strict. If you don't have discipline, don't try to do a bodybuilding show, because it ain't gonna work out too well for you. Or if you don't have discipline, that may be a reason that you should do a bodybuilding show, because it may help you out. It may make you be a little bit more strict. It may help you stay a little more motivated. And unless you're paying a lot of money to do it, it may hold you more accountable to those goals. So hey, if you're that type of person that works well with goals and works well with being on a strict deadline schedule, that may be the thing for you, so look into it. But yeah, we're gonna hop into tricep overhead press. I'm gonna use the rope attachment, so let's do it. First set. Oh yeah, and by the time I get to these triceps, I'm not doing any warm-up sets anymore. I'm just hopping straight into my triceps. I'm doing 3 sets here, 3 actual working sets, because my triceps are already warm from doing all the chest exercises I just did. So we can hop right into it. Ooh, it's a little light. Ooh. So right here, I'm trying to squeeze my elbows as much as I can. You don't want them like flared straight out. You want to keep squeezing them in. I know it's kind of hard to do, but I try to do my best. Try to keep them in as close to your head as you can. Ooh. They're gonna flare out a little bit, but just think, squeeze them in. Also notice I don't have the little pulley all the way at the bottom. I have it pulled up a little bit here, I'll show you. So as you can tell, the pulley, I don't have it all the way at the bottom. I have it pulled up a little bit just because it's easier, in my opinion, to get the weight up and over your head than pulling it all the way from the bottom. So I just don't put it all the way at the bottom. It don't really make that much of a difference, but that's a little trick you can do. All right, second set. Let's knock it out. It's kind of tricky getting in this workout. You gotta pull it up and turn around real quick, but it's not too hard. Again, I'm trying to squeeze my elbows in best I can. see here, I got y'all set up on the side so y'all can see what it looks like from the side view. Struggling on those last two. All right, and that's gonna do it for the chest and triceps part of the workout. Now we're gonna hop into one exercise of shoulders. So we're gonna do dumbbell lateral raise, and then we're also gonna do one exercise of back. We're gonna do a wide pull down. And the reason I'm doing that is just because right now my training schedule is set up like a typical bro split. So I'm doing chest one day, legs one day, off day, and then I'm doing shoulders. Then I'm doing back, then I'm doing shoulders, and then do another off day. So on my chest day, I typically would do one set of shoulders and one set of back, just so I don't go a whole week without hitting them again. So we're gonna hit them real quick. We're actually doing the FST7. So basically, we're doing 7 sets. We're gonna do as many as we can, and with 45 seconds in between. So these are kind of brutal right here, but let's do it. All right, so that was 20. We'll wait 45 seconds, then we'll hop into the next set. Second set. Like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna do one exercise on the back. We're gonna do a wide lat pull down. And that's just so I don't go a whole nother week without hitting my back. We're gonna hit the lats again. So this is the second set. We're gonna get after it right here. So on these, I think I want to drive my elbows straight down towards the ground. I think I want to pull my lat by driving my elbow down. I don't want to pull my bicep. Yeah, you will use your bicep a little bit here, but try to minimize that the best you can. Strict form. When you're letting the bar back up, resist it back up. Don't just let it fly back up. And then pull the bar all the way to your chest the best you can. So that way you get a full rep. To end the workout off, we're gonna do a little bit of cardio. We're gonna do 5 rounds of 1 minute on, 1 minute off on the rower. I just forgot what this was called. On the rower. So 1 minute on, all out, as fast as I can go. And then 1 minute off to where I'm not stopping completely, but I'm just going slow so I can catch my breath. And then we're gonna go back into the next one. So 10 minutes, not nothing too crazy. And then later on throughout the day, I gotta go for a 20-minute walk, but I'll do that later. So right now, we're gonna do 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Let's get it. All right, so that was 1 minute on. Now we're gonna do 1 minute slow, catch my breath, and then we're gonna hop right back into the next one. little physique update. Hopefully y'all can see me in the camera. But like I said, 9 weeks out, I'm 5'9", 180 pounds, and this is what I'm looking like. So let's get the shirt off for a second. Let me hit a little pose and stretch for y'all real quick. We got a lot of fat to burn, so we're gonna get way more shredded. I still got a lot of fat here, fat on my legs, so we're gonna get it off. We're just starting to cut really last week, so I'm slowly start. We're gonna slowly start getting shredded, losing that body fat. Yeah. I just realized I don't have my mic. So yeah, that's what we're working with 9 weeks out. Still got a lot of body fat to lose, but we just started to cut last week really. So we're gonna start slowly getting shredded, getting a little more vascular. My veins ain't really popping right now. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not like they will be. So we got a long ways to go. So far we're doing good. And y'all hit the like button, subscribe if y'all want to follow along my journey, because I know a lot of you are probably looking into doing a competition, doing your first show. And y'all can follow me and see how I did it, so that way you know what to do and what not to do. So yeah, y'all follow along, tune in next week for another good video. Peace, little protein. Y'all have a great day.